Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Pathfinder Plays. And today I want to talk a bit about something that I believe will be happening within 1, 2, maybe 3 years time frames. I believe it is inevitable. I believe that Scum will surpass Dayz in popularity. Let's get into it. Now, I know that this will get eye rolls and people may call me a shill, and then those people will start telling me reasons why Dayz is better than Scum, but I'm just asking you to hear me out and give me a chance to explain my thoughts. This isn't some random video where I'm just blatantly saying, oh, Scum's better. It's just my personal preference. I prefer Scum, therefore it's going to beat Dayz. It's not idealistic like that at all. And also, my goal is not to persuade you. I'm just making this video as a catalog of my opinions, so that way if in the future I'm right, then it'll be great. But if I'm wrong, I'll be able to look back at my past failures, and so will you, and be like, wow, Pathfinder's freaking stupid, and he was wrong. But I don't think I am going to be wrong. So let's get into it. Timestamps are in the description below. Now, what makes Dayz great? Well, the most obvious answer would be the feeling of desperation and isolation. You enter Dayz and the world is empty, lifeless, and depending on the server, the loot is just as rare. The animals can be dangerous, the weather even more so, especially if you're playing on Namalsk, and getting a car up and running is a task unto itself. And of course, even if you do get a car running, you might die from a bug. So many prefer to go on foot, which thus increases the chance you will die by running into unsavory characters or animals. Or maybe even an unexpected friend will come to your aid. Though the graphics are dated, the game still looks beautiful. The color palette is grayish, but when you get further west, at least in Chernobyl, you will come in contact with splashes of green, orange, and blues from the lively forest. The crafting in the game is not as complicated as people make it out to be, and the recipes can easily be memorized by simply playing the game. The animations are good for the most part, and there are various controls that give you some great quality of life improvements. The main thing that sets Dayz above many of its competitors is the game audio. The crunching of the dry grass under your boot with every step, the heavy breathing of your character when they are out of breath from running long distances, the shock and blistering fear you get when you hear a gunshot close by or even in the distance, and the fact that you're able to tell what gun fired what round just speaks volumes to the audio capabilities of the game. The satisfying sound of the metal magazine tapping against each round you load into your magazine. All of these sounds and more create a synergizing effect with the other elements I mentioned earlier to create a memorable experience in the game. It doesn't matter if you're just killing chickens to survive or if you are in an exhilarating fight for your life with a squad. Dayz has found a great way to make itself to the top and make itself memorable. Now, during the making of this video, the current players on Dayz is a fantastic 26,198 with a 30-day average of 25,020 players. These are amazing numbers for such an old game, and it speaks to its pure authenticity that it can keep these numbers and also crush the competition no matter how good a new game is. Consistent updates, new maps, and a loyal fan base are part of the reason it has succeeded. But all this aside, there is one thing that has propped Dayz up above the rest, and this one element has kept Dayz alive. Without this element, none of the other reasons I mentioned would matter at all. And that element is the modding community. Yes, the mods are the reason Dayz is alive and thriving. You can see this by the amount of videos that are made about them. When you simply search for the best Dayz mods, you have Dayz expansion mod, arguably the biggest, most impressive endeavor for the modding community. You have the Stalker mod, which is right behind it, mods that add guns, ammo, clothing, and more. And even most of the more hardcore servers that are available still use mods that increase quality of life a bit, because without that, the vanilla game is unbearable to most people. Although there are those crazy ones like Boydie who live off pain. So I think the thing that has really set Dayz up for success is the community and their truly amazing skills and passion for the game. Now, if I'm right, and the modding community is the thing, the element that has made Dayz such a huge competitor in the survival market, then it is also true that this strength could also be its downfall. All it would take is another survival game to come in and have a better vanilla experience than Dayz, and also give the players a free, expansive modding opportunity. And honestly, that's not that big of an ask if you get the right people behind it. I have discussed what makes DayZ great, at least some of the things that makes DayZ great. There's probably more that you guys have. I have discussed its weaknesses as well. And now I'm going to tell you guys why I think Scum will surpass that in at least 2 years. Maybe 1, maybe 3, I don't know. But it's going to surpass it. Here we go. Firstly, we should be honest about Scum regardless of our preferred survival game or loyalty. Scum is the most advanced survival game around right now. It has the most advanced metabolism system that, though it is intimidating when first looking at it, it's really easy to understand and maintain. With the 0.5 update coming within a month or so, hopefully, you have a 3-fold medical system that separates injuries into 3 different categories, like flesh wounds, muscular injuries, and bones and organs injuries. This means that gunfights will not give you the same injuries as if you were to get hit by a puppet or zombie, for those of you who are not familiar with the nomenclature of Scum. This amazing new injury system comes with a great medical system that you can utilize to fix up your character in different ways. Along with these amazing features, you also have the sickness and disease elements of the game. 50 different kinds of ailments and illnesses are coming in the near future, and that may not appeal to you PvP-centric people out there, but it will appeal to those of us who like the hardcore survival aspect of survival games. The PvP is the cherry on top for us, but those of us who want to really feel the risk and reward of surviving in the environment, this is fantastic. When it comes to surviving and gathering food, you can eat maggots from logs, various different kinds of mushrooms, fruit from trees and bushes. Aloe vera can be used as a bandage and also be eaten. You can hunt for deer, boar, chicken, rabbit, crow, seagull, bear, wolf, and soon you can even fish for various kinds of sea creatures. But be careful of the sharks. If you want to speak about vehicles, they can be fixed up with the proper tools, and you can even craft some of the items that you would need, like an improvised tire repair kit. The vehicles are in different variations in different colors. You have cars, SUVs, trucks, and now with the 0.5 update, you will get a variety of boats, ranging from handcrafted rafts to factory-made boats of different kinds. There is a legitimate character creation system built into Scum where your character matters beyond just your PvP skill, and that's one of the weaknesses, I think, of DayZ. You are only as valuable as well as you can kill somebody. Different skills can be upgraded and more skills are coming to the game. If you want to hear more about those occupations or skills coming to the game that utilize the intelligence branch, go ahead, check out that video in the corner there. You can be a cook, and depending on the dish you create and the skill of your profession, different buffs or debuffs will be given to those who eat your meal. You can be an engineer and build different tiers of infrastructure and base devices. You can surely be a master marksman as well and excel in PvP. You can choose to be a locksmith and be able to break into anything. You can advance your driving mechanics to ensure you can drive in any weather or terrain with ease, and even go faster than other players. There are so many different avenues of character creation that are in this game and that are coming soon that it could deserve its own video. If you want to talk about safe zones, Scum just got an update that allowed the server owners to place legitimate safe zones in their servers and customize the location of them, the size of them, the damage multiplier in them, or turn damage off, and how many you have. With the 0.5 update coming along with everything I just mentioned, a huge map expansion is coming to the game as well, adding a variety of new points of interest, PvP areas, loot areas, and it creates more areas to explore, build a base, and also creates new waterways and avenues of approach to various areas inland. It changes the game completely. There is even a fun single-player version of the game as well that you can control every element to your liking. Now, many people are frustrated that DayZ doesn't have much of a story, but with Scum, there is actual lore, and if you want to know about that, click on this video in the corner above. This lore is not a passive element to the game, but an active and important part. In the future updates after 0.5, there will be factions added, NPCs both friendly and foe, boss mobs of various kinds that control different parts of the island, and legitimate story modes that you can play through. There is a rank structure in squads and groups that you create, so that way you can lock a container or door in your base and only the most trusted can get in. And now I could go on and on about the things that make Scum different or make Scum even better than DayZ right now and in the future, but I'm going to go further in the future to Scum 1.0. And this right here, like I said just a few paragraphs ago, is the thing that's going to put the final nail in the coffin of DayZ. DayZ is not the only game on the market that's opening up its open world to modders to such an extent where you can do anything with your server. Scum is opening up modding to the fullest extent to the player base whenever it reaches 1.0. And the one thing I really want to stress to you guys, and why this is so important, because other games have full modding support as well right now, but no one plays those. Scum is implementing things that already need to be modded into DayZ. Scum is building up that fantastic vanilla experience more than DayZ ever did. And this is going to limit the amount of unnecessary mods that you're going to need to have a fully customized experience in Scum. And because of that, there's going to be zero reason to stick with DayZ once Scum hits 1.0, maybe even before then, because like I said, the vanilla experience is already having things that needs to be modded into DayZ. What's the point? Why not? Just to reiterate, Scum will soon be only at 0.5. It is only halfway done and is already accomplishing things and implementing things that DayZ has taken 8 years to do or has yet to do. Scum has actually reached over 10,000 players peak this month, and it hasn't even reached 0.5 while I make this video. For a 2-year-old game to dwindle down to 2,000 peak players a month for the longest time and then make a huge comeback to over 10,000 players is huge, especially when it isn't even finished. It is for these reasons and many more that I haven't listed, because there are so many, that I think Scum will take the title of Supreme Survival Game in maybe 2 years. And honestly, with the updates coming past 0.5 like factions and AI, it may even surpass DayZ sooner. For those of you who have stuck with me till this point in the video, I thank you very much, and I hope you will leave your thoughts in the comments below. A very special thank you to my channel members. Your support never goes unnoticed. I thank you guys so much. And if you guys are interested and you're not a member, it's only 99 cents a month to support me, so thank you if you do. And to the rest of you guys, if you like scares, survival, and scavenging, consider hitting that subscribe button, that bell button, share this video with your friends, and I will see you all in the next one. Path out.